Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about some more Dino Dex news, and we have some new images, plus the description for most of the rest of the episodes of Dino Dex that are releasing. So, yeah. Here is the comment that let me know about this, and one thing I do want to mention before we get into it, the place where I found these, they actually have the episodes grouped together how they should have been grouped in their original release, and how they're usually grouped in all the other series with two stories kind of put together, and that is how it is lumped here. And pretty much that's a weird thing is for the descriptions they only describe the first of the two stories, so that's kind of unfortunate. So we can't hear the same story, so we're gonna have to I'm trying to try to just make my best guess in what is happening in the next episode. And I do want to quickly mention one that I did not put in here is the episode Rock Paper Saurus, mainly because that one is actually lumped in with the last episode that released on Prime Video as of now, the 9 episodes, being Not So Empty Nest. So it only has the description for Not So Empty Nest instead of Rock Paper Dino. So that's why that's not in here, but besides that, the rest of them are in here. So anyways, let's jump into this video. First, we have Dino Touchdown, which here is the description for the episode. And pretty much this episode is going to be about if T-Rex would have eaten other predatory dinosaurs, which this episode would have been so good if we had all the previous species, but unfortunately I don't think those guys are going to be reappearing. And it does say that they're going to be basically dressing up as Velociraptor, which we have actually not seen the Velociraptor costume yet, and they're also going to be dressing up as Megaraptor to see if T-Rex will try to hunt them. It also says that they're probably going to dress up as T-Rex as well to see if T-Rex would actually try to hunt them as well. And this is a pretty interesting episode, though again, I think if there's more carnivores to pick from, I think it'd be way better. Again, it's already been established in the series that T-Rex wouldn't go after a Velociraptor since it's too small. And Megaraptor, I mean, I guess is reasonable enough, but I still say it's on the smaller end. But, yeah, we also have, Free as a Dino, which I have no idea what this episode could be about. Maybe we could get, like, an Archaeopteryx redesign, but, yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of. Here's the image closer up, and you cannot tell exactly what Dex is wearing as a pin, but I'm assuming it's the T-Rex pin. And then Kayla's dressed as the, Megaraptor. Moving on to the next episode, which is Gelosaurus. From what I can tell, it's pretty much just about Kayla being jealous with Dex doing a dino experiment with Dana. And this is going to also, I believe, the episode is about them pretty much trying to figure out Dreadnoughtus would have stuck in groups. And yeah, then we also have Dinos in the Dark, which I have no idea what that episode could be about. I'll get to that in a second, but yeah, this image, we already seen this scene in the trailer. It's just Dex and Dana dressed as the Dreadnoughtus. And Dinos in the Dark may be another Shibuya episode. I would have assumed that to be the actual name of the other Shibuya episode. But it wasn't, so yeah. Anyways, now we have Dino Nappers, and this episode seems kind of random in my opinion, just due to the fact that it's pretty much about Dex and Kayla going over to Sarah's internship at an ostrich farm, and they're pretty much trying to figure out what sounds T-Rex would have made, which sounds reasonable enough. But then an ostrich gets taken by a Velociraptor, and then they have to get it back, which I feel like those two stories could be different episodes, though there are a lot of stories in each episode that really could have been their own separate stories, but instead they just slap them together. But yeah, that's going to be a pretty interesting one. Maybe they'll have to use the T-Rex's vocalizations to for some reason, I don't know, scare this Velociraptor or lure it in or something. I have no idea. Another interesting thing is that the dinosaurs in the show roar, which in reality dinosaurs did not roar. So are they going to finally change that in the series and they just have them roar at the beginning? Or is it the dinosaurs just going to not roar in this episode and then literally go back to roaring in the next episode? Because I would not be surprised if they did that. Anyways, the other episode, which we'll get to that in a second, but again, the image of the Velociraptor is kind of the same as the render, but it's lower quality again. But yeah, it's just another image of the Velociraptor holding an egg. And, yeah. But anyways, the other episode, Unibully, it really has to be the episode about Elasmotherium. Like, it really can't be anything else. Because if you didn't know, Elasmotherium is sometimes referred to as the unicorn. Well, the Siberian unicorn. So, yeah, this really has to be the Elasmotherium episode. If it's not that, then I would have absolutely zero clue what these are going to be. Also, another thing I would like to mention is I'm curious if these episodes are going to release together like this, or are they going to fix the Prime Video order? Are they going to release how they already are on Prime Video? I hope they kind of stick them back together, because personally I think this format is a little bit, well, more seamless and fits together and better. But anyways, moving on to the next episode, which is Bumper Dinos. And pretty much it's just going to be about Dex and Kayla trying to pretty much just play bumper cars and trying to figure out which creature had the best ramming power, which Triceratops is obviously going to be in this episode since there's literally an image of the Triceratops kind of I don't remember what exactly it was called. Not really a mask, but anyways. Yeah, Triceratops there. So something interesting in the description is that it says prehistoric creatures and does not say dinosaurs. So we might also see Elasmotherium in this episode as well, which this is ramming power. So I don't know if they're only considering animals that charge, and if I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the only two creatures that are in Dino Dex so far is Elasmotherium and Triceratops. So could we possibly get a redesign for Cosmoceratops, Diabloceratops, or maybe we could get Styracosaurus, so I think it's highly unlikely since we're only getting 10 species revealed and we already have all 10 revealed. But yeah, I really don't know what that last species could be. Maybe it could be kind of the same as in Dino Dana, where it ended up being Euoplocephalus with its tail club. But yeah, this episode is pretty cool, and again, closer look, Dex and Kayla, by a bumper card with a Triceratops kind of thing on the front of it. And also forgot to mention other episode, My Prehistoric. It doesn't. I think the title got cut off there. I have no idea what it could be. Though it could. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with pets or something. Maybe we'll see Sarcosuchus again. Honestly, I have no idea. Next episode, Missing Signals, which, just seeing from the cover of this image, you can see that this is going to be about the Centaursauruses, and something interesting is in the first episode of Dino Dex, I can't remember if it's Chickenosaurus Part 1 or 2, but pretty much they're going over some dino experiments. I'm pretty sure all those dino experiments are going to happen in the series, especially since we already saw the one with the Triceratops taking care of its child. And then I think there's Megaraptors fighting, which we'll probably see in an episode at some point, and I believe this is going to be seeing what Centaurosaurus uses its crest for. So, yeah, but anyways, this episode is about Dex pretty much losing his voice, probably by screaming at the dinosaurs too much. And yeah, pretty much I'm probably going to be using hand signals and other signals just to communicate. But yeah, this episode seems pretty simple. And then the next episode is interesting, Megafauna, which something interesting about the word Megafauna, I believe it just refers to any large animal in a certain time and place. And the thing is that Megafauna technically refers to dinosaurs, prehistoric mammals, modern day mammals, or just all megafauna. But you typically see the word megafauna in reference to Cenozoic animals, so maybe we will see Elasmotherium in this episode, though at the same time maybe they are going to use it in reference to the dinosaurs. And also, for all I know, there could be more to the title, or this could just be megafauna. So yeah, who knows? And taking a closer look at this image, again, just sitting on the couch in Dex and Kayla dressed as Centaursauruses. And, yeah, we may also, again, we might see Elasmotherium and also the mystery mammal, which is actually revealed in one of the images. And, yeah, it's actually kind of surprising to me, and some people did guess what it was. And it was the one that I was really not thinking it was likely to be, but we'll get to that anyways later. Next one is Dino Body, and this one's pretty much just about, this is interesting about this episode, is I believe this is going to be one of the more imaginative episodes where they actually kind of in a 2D style, which we haven't seen that in a little while. I believe we had like one episode like that in Dino Dana, but honestly I prefer the ones before that. And there was an episode of Trek's Adventure which had an art style very similar to this. But anyways, they're pretty much just going to be exploring the inside of a T-Rex, which honestly, T-Rex is definitely being overused. I've heard many people complain, I definitely agree with the fact that T-Rex gets way too much screen time in this series, since honestly there's so many new species, and honestly they just aren't getting much screen time since they're pretty much doing every single episode who has T-Rex in it. Again, that's why I think Mapusaurus should have been in the series, and also Giganotosaurus and Spinosaurus got redesigns and reappeared. But anyways, yeah, that is what that episode is going to be about. And then Dino Squads, I have no idea what that episode could be about. And yeah, again, closer image, just Dex, Kayla, and I have no idea who that dude is. Probably that might actually be Dex's dad, but I can't really tell for sure. But yeah, moving on to this one, which is very obvious. It reveals the prehistoric mammal, but this episode is called House of Mammals, and this is literally just that one episode of Dino Dana, Game of Bones, which was pretty much just about dinosaurs trying to survive the extinction event, though even though one of them was Dinosuchus. Anyways, this one says that it's prehistoric mammals. Here's the thing, I'm assuming there's going to be at least 3 different characters in this game, unless, because in the original one there's 3 different characters and usually 3 species is what they do per episode. The thing is that, again, they're playing with prehistoric mammals, and we, of course, we have Elasmotherium, so that's definitely going to appear in this episode, but then we have this mystery creature, which is very obvious, but again, I'm not going to talk about it too much yet. But then there's nothing else, unless they're bringing back Woolly Mammoth and Smilodon, which would be interesting since they haven't been bringing back any of the other previous species, or they're getting their own redesigns, which is weird because, personally, in my opinion, their designs were pretty much perfect. In fact, I'm pretty sure they were perfect and really didn't need redesigns. So they're either coming back, and yeah, another thing is Riley is actually coming back in this episode. That's pretty interesting. And we're going to talk about that mystery creature in a second. You can see Riley and the mystery creature, and again, it's kind of the same set, and pretty much it's going to be the same as Game of Bones, just with prehistoric mammals. And you can see very obviously that this is a dire wolf, which I genuinely was not expecting it to be that, based off the image that we did have from it. Mainly due to the fact that the animal moves its arm in a kind of a bear-like fashion, so I really thought it was a cave bear of some sort. But no, it was a dire wolf, so the people that guessed dire wolf, I guess, was correct. And yeah, the design looks pretty solid. Just not the biggest fan of dire wolf in general, but I think this design looks pretty good, at least for a dire wolf. And yeah, now we move on to the last episode, and I believe it's a two-part episode, and that's Dino Discovery. And this episode is going to be the marine reptile episode. Unfortunately, this one is probably going to be a more imaginative episode where they are not actually seeing the creatures in person, and they're just imagining them, which really sucks for one very important reason. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting episode. And taking a closer look at the images, the same submarine we've seen in Dino Dana, and then we have Dex and Kayla. But something interesting is that this is definitely going to be the episode where we're probably going to see a mystery marine reptile, since this is the only episode where it really fits in. But then also where we're probably going to see the redesign of Megalodon, since it was confirmed through Prime Video, the description for Dino Dex, it says that they're reimagining several species, and Megalodon was one of the species that they said that they're going to be reimagining. So, yeah, Megalodon's redesign is going to be in this episode, and we're still not going to ever see the characters interact with Megalodon in real life. It's going to be another imaginary episode of them interacting with Megalodon, which is kind of a shame. I've always wanted to see Megalodon with them, like, actually interact with the animal in person, but I guess this will have to do. Hopefully, the redesign looks good, because I really like the Dino Dana one, and it's going to be hard to top that. But anyways, those are all the new images. Which episode are you most excited about? Do you have any theories for any of the episodes? Did you guess dire wolf? Were you surprised it's dire wolf? What are your opinions on the dire wolf? And I'm pretty sure it's the only new species. Do you think something weird is going to happen in any of these episodes and another new species is going to be revealed? When do you think these episodes are coming out? Just any questions. Do you have any answers to them? Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video, and goodbye!